It is Tuesday, December 10th. My plan is to ride up the Everett Memorial Highway towards Bunny Flats, and I don't expect to get there. I might. I've actually done 2 rides in the last week, and I tried to do a video on both of them, and my GoPro camera flaked out on me each time. Now, one ride, it just shut itself off, which it does, and it was cold out, so I really didn't feel like stopping and trying to swap the battery out, see if that would have fixed it. And then the other time, it was on, but camera just froze. I mean, you could still see the screen lit up, but it just wasn't recording, and it was just frozen. I had to pull the battery out to kind of reboot it. Now, the last 2 rides, I tried to go up the Everett Memorial Highway also, and they have it closed just before the McBride Springs campground, which is very, very low. So closed so early that, I mean, there's no way anybody would be able to do any winter sports or anything up there. It's just too low in elevation. So I went online and looked a little bit, and they said it was closed mainly because of deadfall across the road that they were trying to get cleared out. So maybe they'll have it cleared, but when I looked at it before where it was closed, they hadn't plowed it up above there. I could see tracks where Forest Service had been driving up and down. Our first winter here, we had a big winter, and they did not keep the Everett Memorial Highway open to Bunny Flats, which is a real shame because that's kind of one of the major winter recreation areas in this area. But they've got like 3 different gates they can close, and the one they got closed, at least not too long ago, was the lowest, earliest gate that you would get to. But that first winter when they had big snows, they never opened it at Bunny Flats, but there's another gate that's kind of in between the McBride campground and Bunny Flats. And that's where they closed it. And that was up high enough where you could actually do some winter recreational stuff there. There was a lot of snow at that level. And last winter we had well, I gather it was a more normal winter, but nowhere near as much snow, and they kept it open to Bunny Flats all winter long, which was kind of cool. I've been resisting buying another camera. I mean, I've got 2 of these GoPros, and as aggravating as they are, when they're actually on and working, they take pretty nice videos. So, I don't know. I can't even begin to say how many times the cameras have just shut down on me when you still have a lot of battery life left. And then when they do that, this way GoPro works it, if I'm going to use an external mic on it, I have to put it inside what they call their media mod. And the whole effect of that is that when you have to go change a battery on it, it takes longer than it should. It's quite a hassle doing it. McBride Trailhead, McBride Campground. Something I have not done yet that I keep scratching my head about is try to take I-5 south towards Redding. And I think I'd have to be able to get at least 20 miles or so down the interstate before you'd see a substantial warm-up. But if I could do that, it'd be warm enough I would probably be able to ride fairly comfortably. Road closed, 500 feet. Okay, they still haven't opened it up. Yep, there they go. Okay, just confirmed that. Last time I was here, it was still snowpacked past this. It looks like that's melted off. But I'm not going up any higher. So that gate closure is just past McBride Campground. I know last year I went for an mountain bike ride on the Gateway Trail System, which is over that direction. On New Year's Day, it was 40 degrees, but it was bright sunshine. And we had nowhere near the snow then that we have now, and the trails are pretty clear. So you can't make it up to Bunny Flats, but starting tomorrow there will be some winter recreation. The Mount Shasta Ski Park is opening. So if you're into resort skiing, tomorrow that should be an option. I said I went for a motorcycle ride a couple times in the last week. One of them was on the Suzuki, and that was hadn't really been planned. I enjoyed it. It's a nice bike to ride. But the battery went dead on the Triumph. And the battery, oh gosh, you know, it's over the bike's over 2 years old now, so the battery is probably about 2 years, 3 or 4 months. And I let the bike sit without being on a trickle charger for about 2.5 weeks. That was enough for the battery to go dead. Then I did some online checking, and they just basically said the Tiger 900 has a fairly high parasitic draw on it, and you really shouldn't go more than about a week without putting it on a trickle charger. And of course, I know this from personal experience too, but once you run a battery totally flat, you might charge it up and be able to use it for a while, but battery's never going to be the same again. So I went ahead and ordered a new battery, and I've got that new battery in this bike now. I will say for the record, the old battery, I put it on a trickle charger for about a day, and it did come back to life. It would start the bike, but I didn't really want to take a chance on it. Again, you run a battery totally flat, that's just not good. If it's a lead acid battery anyway, I think you can get away with it a little better if you're using lithium batteries. And I put another lead acid battery back in this bike. I didn't want to fool around trying to find the right kind of lead acid or lithium battery. And the battery I put in is a Yuasa, and it's I think just about an identical battery to the one I took out. And I also read that those batteries in a Tiger like this, they should last from 2 to 5 years. Well, mine was a little over 2, and I think it would have lasted longer if I hadn't run it flat. And the bike says we're up to 47 degrees. I think the forecast for Mount Shasta was a high of 46, so we're about there, maybe a little bit over.
The inset picture is from November 29th. It's changed just a little bit since then. Well, we've lost the brilliant red colors at this point.
This is also part of that fall color ride. "39 degrees, woohoo!" Just went by a guy that was looked like he was shoveling his driveway or something, and gave me a nice friendly wave. That's always appreciated. There was a trail somewhere off to my left here, and I've never quite figured out where it is. I still kind of wonder if it's only a trail that people who live in this neighborhood would do, because I have a feeling you might have to walk over somebody's property to get to it. It is still 38 degrees. So this is kind of a cold weather test for riding this bike.